let us begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. So that way, your votes can determine the result. During the trial, you guys will partake in a number of debates, and you will make your statements and arguments. And at the end, you will put it to a vote. If you can figure out who's done it, then the blackened will get punished, and that person will be executed while the rest of you will continue living your life in Kitsubuki Academy, and you will regain some of your lost memories. But if you pick the wrong person, I will punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will have the right to leave Kitsubuki Academy. So, do we have any questions before we begin? I know this is your first trial, so Hey, what is that? Oh, that would have been where Kawasaki Sato would have sat. If, he didn't die. I hate to leave a seat empty, so I just stuck it there. I mean, you should be grateful. I spent a whole 5 minutes of my time making that.
You have one sick, twisted sense of humor, I'll give you that much.
Ooh, thank you, Larry.
Dude, that was Mugman who said that.
Oh, I guess I'm getting a little too old and not getting poo-hoo.
If we're asking questions, I have one.
What is it now, Emily?
Accomplices. Can there be an accomplice in a case?
Actually, Emily is right. There was never no rule against any accomplices, was there?
If there was, then we forgot it.
Well, even if it was, and you all forgot because you're all such a big bunch of dum-dums, I'll remind you. The answer is yes. There can be accomplices, but only in theory.
Huh? Speak, hater of Inari, what do you mean in theory?
Well, there can be accomplices. That's the short of it. But only the blackened get to graduate. Say, for example, person A planned the murder, but person B carried it out. That means person B would graduate, while person A would get executed along with a lot of you.
I guess it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, can we just get this trial started already? I don't want to be here any more than I already have to.
Well, that depends on you. Are you all ready?
This is our first class trial. We have to figure out the truth about what happened to Kawasaki Sato.
Yes, Monokuma, we're ready.
Well then, let the very first class trial commence!
Okay, so now that we've started the trial, what is the first point of discussion we should discuss?
Personally, I think we should...
Oh, what's the point? Let's just get this over with. In a vote.
Wait. What? You're already voting?
Yeah, since we already know that Monica is the culprit.
Mario, I thought we've already discussed this. We're giving Monica a chance to defend herself. We're not gonna go voting right away. Plus, when she isn't the culprit, then we'll all die.
It doesn't matter. We'll be given this sector against her anyway. Jeez, you fat Italian stupid plumber. Even I'm not that smart. I'm giving her that much of a chance. And even I think now that this is a bunch of baloney. What did you want, Tommy? Mario, settle down. Whatever, we'll leave. But yes, now that the class trial has started, Monica, let us start with your discussion.
Alright, well, I guess it's no better place to start than any. I guess we have to now start discussing why I can't be the culprit.
The culprit is so obviously Monica. All the evidence points to her. You say that, but do you actually have any evidence to back up that Monica is the culprit? How about the fact we found her next to the crime scene, covered in blood?
Yes, but it's not like... That doesn't mean she's automatically the culprit. She said she fainted.
Whatever, it's not like she has an alibi for that night. No, that's wrong!
I'm sorry, Larry. I do have an alibi for last night when the murder occurred.
Hoopa's my alibi. Hoopa?
Oh, what does Hoopa have? To pray to, your stupid little god Inari.
Hey, Inari is a fox like you. You shouldn't be disrespecting her.
To the point, Hoopa.
Oh, yes. According to the Monokuma file, Kawasaki died between 10:10 p.m. last night and 6:45 a.m. this morning. And I saw Monica at around that time last night.
You saw Monica out that late? That's a little suspicious.
Yes, and she did have a knife with her, but...
Oh, well that just points to her being the culprit even more. Mario, shut up! Fine, continue.
Thank you. Anyway, if she used that knife she had in the murder, then she would obviously gain blood on her. But when I saw her, she had no blood. And since she didn't have any blood on her, there's no way she could be the killer.
Yeah, sure. But I still want to know, Monica, why did you have the knife in the first place? After the whole motive video situation, I got really scared and paranoid that a murder would occur. So I went to the kitchen immediately and grabbed the knife. But I didn't leave my room until the night of the murder. Is this true? Can anyone actually back her up on this, that she made this promise?
I can't since I witnessed her take the knife.
Hey, seems to check out to me.
Wait a minute, what if Monica anticipated this?
Mario, what nonsense are you spewing out of your mouth this time?
All I'm saying is, what if Monica thought she would get a cut on her way back since it was been murdered?
So she could have prepared beforehand, and then hid an extra spare pair of clothes in the kitchen. That way, she would hide her dirty clothes in the dryer or in the washing machine, and then... Alright, you're talking two things. One, you're talking so slow it's making my head hurt. And two, who really thinks she's big brain enough to do that?
I can't believe we're actually using these types of terms in a freaking trial.
But it is a possibility. But wait,
I don't think that's very true. I think Hoopa's lying about her alibi. I think she might be an accomplice.
what?
Why would Hoopa lie? Don't you remember? Monica had blood on her. If Hoopa said that she didn't have blood on her at the time of the murder, and Monica had blood on her when we found her, then the evidence doesn't line up.
Precisely. So doesn't that mean Hoopa's lying?
No, Hoopa's not lying. I gotta prove to them that she isn't.
What if Hoopa's lying about her alibi? That way, she's just covering for Monica, and that means she's an accomplice in this case. Why would Hoopa lie, though? She would gain no benefit.
To be fair, we didn't know about the no accomplices rule until now.
Yeah, I mean, it is possible.
I still think Hoopa's alibi for Monica is correct.
Huh? What makes you say that, Larry? I mean, Iggy, sorry. What if the blood we found on her was placed when she fainted this morning, after she fainted? I agree with that. I think Iggy's right. Where I fainted this morning, there was no blood before. But then, when I woke up, I apparently had blood on me? That's a little sus. And also, when we went to the crime scene, there was blood even though there wasn't there before.
Okay, fine. Let's listen to that for now. There's still something I want to know. Why did you go out in the middle of the night, Monica?
I heard a noise, and before anyone said something about soundproof, I got my hood stuck in the door so it was still open. I went to go check the knife and I heard a loud bang in the kitchen. I ran to the kitchen as fast as I could, and then, well, I saw nothing. So wait, Kawasaki's body wasn't there yet?
Personally, I think it was there, but it was hidden. Hidden? Where would it be hidden?
Where would it be hidden?
Gotta tell them that.
Ow.
Ow. Ugh. Hello, Monica. Welcome to your very first minigame.
Monica, come on, why are we doing this?
Oh, shut up. Would you rather have to do this interesting minigame, or would you rather play a stupid game of Hangman?
Hangman is good. Actually, forget it, just let's go along this.
Okay, this minigame is called Search the Scene. You will search this blank canvas of a crime scene, and you must find where the culprit hid Kawasaki's body, along with probably themselves. You have 1 minute.
Oh, shit.
Could be here. Bang! Wrong.
Oh, shit. I would have seen it there. Wait. I know where it is. Here.
Oh, you got it correct. The culprit hid Kawasaki's body there in that cabinet. See you in the real world.
I got it.
Monokuma, sir. Monika's been asleep for a while now.
Just give her a second.
I got it. The culprit hid Kawasaki and probably themselves in the cabinet.
I agree with that. There was also some blood and a napkin in that cabinet too.
The culprit likely heard Monica rushing out and grabbed the napkin so that way they wouldn't get blood on them, and they dragged Kawasaki into the cabinet so that way they wouldn't be seen. But then what about the trail of blood?
If we're talking about that, then it was probably obfuscated by that big thing in the middle of the kitchen. And also, it was also pretty dark at night.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, that proves. Still, I still think Monica is the culprit.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Well, if it makes you feel better, I also think she might be the culprit as well. This evidence seems too perfect. I'm not giving up on this.
Oh my god! Monica, keep presenting the evidence.
Gladly to Reggie.
How about then we talk about the knife if you're so confident?
Fine. If it makes you feel better, we'll talk about the damn knife.
I don't get it. What does the knife have to do with anything but being the murder weapon? Monica had a knife with her, right? So she obviously used the knife as the murder weapon. Case closed. Monica's the culprit.
Are you sure about that, Mario? I mean, how do we even know if it was the same knife?
I agree with that. Friola's right. It was a different knife. My knife had a black handle, while the one jabbed into Kawasaki had a brown one. Peach, Hoopa, you saw the knife firsthand. Can you testify?
Yep, Monica's knife had a black handle on it.
Yep. This is coming from the great Sarah, the goddess Inari herself.
You really need to work on saying stuff more clearly. Shut up! Alright, so now, is my innocence finally been proven? Let's go! Oh, Mario, what was that all about? Oh, I'm sorry, Monica. There's still a way you could have killed with a knife, even if they were different knives. You just used a different one. Fine, I'll fight you. So what if you didn't use the same knife? You just used a different knife. And that way, you just would have Koopa's verification that you didn't use the same knife. You could have just used a different one found in the kitchen. Why would I use a knife as a murder weapon if two, not just one, two people saw me with a knife? That would just incriminate me even more. It would make no sense, Mario. Stop making up evidence. I'm not making up anything. The very fact that a knife was used in the murder points me to believe that you are the murderer, Monica. So stop denying it. You are the killer of Kawasaki Sato. And plus, how do we even know that sound you heard last night wasn't a fake claim? Simple. Hooba also heard the sound. She was in the bathroom. She couldn't go because she was on the toilet. Sorry, Mario. I had to cut the argument in two. See, Hooba also heard the sound at night, which means she can back me up on that. Once again, Hooba is my alibi. So there's no way I'm the culprit. Oof! No, I'm not giving up. You are the culprit.
Mario, stop it now. Now you're talking ridiculous.
Still, should we really be trusting Monica's every word?
But guys, I'm not the culprit.
I don't know.
Are you sure?
Yes, we're sure Monica isn't the culprit. There's still a bunch of stuff left undiscussed we need to discuss about. I don't know. I'm torn between the middle.
I really want to believe you're not the culprit, Monica, but all the evidence just points to you. Oh, what evidence? All the evidence I've disproven? Come on, you guys are being irrational.
Well, this sucks. It seems like our opinion is split down the middle.
You said the word.
What? Wait, what did I do? Did I kill someone? Wait, what?
Peter, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. I just said split down the middle.
Guys, I found his weakness. Say the word split. Split, 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 split.
No, that's not my weakness, you idiot. You said the word. That means it's time for a good old-fashioned Scrum debate.
Scrum to what, Fresh?
Basically, it's a debate that two sides will argue on until one is victorious. And here are your sides. Boing, boing. Go on to this side if you think Monica is the culprit. And go on to this side if you think she isn't. Hoo 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 hoo. Boing.
The culprit is so obviously Monica. I got this. I've disproven almost all your evidence that I'm the culprit. So stop accusing me. But Monica was found with blood on her at the crime scene. Peach!
We've already established that was put on her, the framer, and it was put on her after she fainted this morning.
Okay, sure, that could be true. But Who's to say Monica didn't place blood on herself to make her look innocent? Hoopa! Thanks to her testimony, we know that blood wasn't on where she fainted before. That means someone put it on her. Except for her.
She still could have had a change of clothes in the kitchen somewhere, anticipating someone would put his powder.
Sonic!
Jeez, even for me, you have to be fast to pull that off. Jeez, you're just a stupid Italian plumber.
But isn't Monica our only suspect? Yeah. So we have to vote for her.
Mugman, we haven't even discussed the possibility of a suspect besides Monica. So let's discuss some other suspects. Because I know Monica's innocent.
This is our answer! See, everyone, I'm not the culprit. So stop accusing me already.
But, agreed. This conversation's gone off long enough. To be honest, we haven't even started talking about Kawasaki's case. We've only been accusing Monica. We need to get back on track.
Highly agreed.
As much as, Monica was a little bit suspicious, I agree. We need to at least think about Kawasaki's case before we even think about accusing her. Mario.
Ha! I was joking around the whole time. I knew Monica wasn't the culprit. Larry. Okay, fine. I'm sorry, Monica.
Same here, Fresh. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, sorry, my darling Monica. I didn't mean to. Actually, I knew the whole time.
Bullshit. Sorry, Monica.
I'm supposed to be your friend, but I didn't back you up. I was just so sad that I thought you were a killer.
It's fine, Kaito. Mostly everyone here thought I was the culprit at first. But now, we know I'm not the culprit. So Mario, give it up.
What's the matter, fat Italian plumber? You're a little salty that everyone turned against you?
No! I'm giving up. Let's discuss about Kawasaki's case.
Wow, you're putting on your big ball pants with your big ball shoes. I never expected that from a fat Italian plumber.
Oh, shut up!
See, this is what we should have been doing from the beginning. Now that we know Monica's not the culprit, let's start discussing about Kawasaki's case.
I'm glad that we've now decided that I'm not the culprit, but still, one of us in this courtroom is. And they killed Kawasaki. It's up to me to figure out who did it. Who killed our friend? Now, it's just me. But hopefully with the help of everyone here, I'll be able to figure out who did it very soon.